I disagree, Madonna. I'm sorry. I'm Chris. I can't. Whew, this is pure insomnia. Oh my gosh, Madonna, you freaky heifer. Hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the channel where we talk all things music. My name is Grass, and today I will be reacting to Madonna's I'm Breathless album from 1990. Now, from my understanding, this is an album that is a soundtrack because there's a film that was released in 1990, I believe, called Dick Tracy, and this is the album that accompanies that movie, and I think Madonna's in the movie herself. But it's funny because when people talk about Madonna, they talk about True Blue, Like a Virgin. Even in the comments, some of y'all were like, "Oh, Ray of Light is good." Bedtime Stories. Like, there are albums and shows like Blonde Ambition Tour that y'all are really excited for. But I don't hear really anybody talk about this album, so I don't know the reception of this album. Don't know what people think of it. But I can assume that something went good because there's 12 songs here, and the last song is Vogue. And I know about the Vogue. That's the only song I know. Vogue is the song. So I'm assuming, I don't know. Again, that's just that song though. I don't know how the rest of this album is perceived. And again, Vogue is the only song I know. So I wanted to go into this completely blind. I don't really like looking up how an album is perceived, what people think, and all that kind of stuff like beforehand, because I want to go in completely open-minded just to see what we are going to get into. So with that being said, I'm not going to waste y'all's time. Oh, and by the way, for those of you watching on YouTube, you can get access to my fully unedited version of this video on my Patreon. The link will be in the description down below, because with YouTube and copyright, gotta cut this video down. But on Patreon, you get to see this entire video early. First of all, you get to see this video early, and again, completely unedited, so you get to see my reaction to the full song, full album, nothing touched. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go on and get into this album. Let's not waste y'all's time. Track number 1 is He's a Man. Let's get started. This is very. Wait, this is quite espionage we got going here. This is very, this. Oh, you know what? I'm digging this so far. Let's get back to it. I'm digging this. Uh-oh, we getting snippets of the movie? She said, "Give me that gun." I'm gonna say this. I like how this is definitely different. This is, again, y'all have been saying in the comments with listening to these albums, they all have a very different, unique sound. You know what I mean? Like Madonna, the first album, self-titled, to Like a Virgin, True Blue, Who's That Girl, then Like a Prayer. They all have a unique sound, you know what I mean? And I feel like this one has the same vibe. Because when you look at the album cover, it looks like something that takes place in the 50s, 40s, Hollywood or something like that. The name Dick Tracy just sounds like something that would be in old Hollywood, you know what I mean? And this definitely has that vibe. So kudos to the production team on doing a good job on this production. The song itself, it's good, but I feel like it got a little long and a little repetitive for me. Alright guys, so that was track 1, He's a Man, and now we are going to move on to track number 2, which is Sooner or Later. Sorry, I have to get close because thing right there. Jazz? I love jazz, so you might be getting my attention, Madonna. Sooner or later you're gonna decide. I'm a huge fan of jazz, so this is working for me. It doesn't look like it, but I'm just taking it in. She sounds so Like she adjusted her voice for the sound, and it's good. Okay, Madonna. Hey, okay, I'm rocking the jazz. Is this a jazz album? Let's do a jazz album. Okay. All right, jazz album. That was nice. The best way I can describe my feelings after that song was that it was really nice. And that's not a bad thing. What I mean by that is I love jazz. I really do. But jazz is one of those genres where I just like listening to it. I don't really like, because you know there's certain songs like that you've seen me react this way before where I go crazy like, oh my gosh. But this one, while I had a couple moments, it was still just me just taking in like the sounds and just the and then her voice sounds really good in this one. She sounds like a 50s star. It sounds like that Madonna is singing the album in her character. Does that make sense? And I've never seen this movie before. I don't know nothing about Dick Tracy, but this seems like she's singing in her character because it doesn't sound like your standard Madonna. And I know people's voices, like it, you know, it changes over time, but it sounds so like, I don't know. That's the best way I can describe it. And it sounds like her voice, I guess. And it sounds really good. The production, great. Again, love jazz, so that won me over. And yeah, it's just a nice song. It's just a nice song. It's the best way I can describe it. And I like it. So that was track number 2, Sooner or Later. And now we're going to be moving on to track number 3, a song called Hanky Panky. I feel like I've heard that term before, but maybe I'm tripping. Anyways, yeah, play the thing.
Come on, man.
What? We got a little change up in here, okay. Hey. Did she say spank me? Dirty heifer? I'm digging this song right now. I disagree, Madonna. I'm sorry. I'm crazy. I can't. That's nasty. But hey, you do you. You do you. Alright, well, that was track number 3, Hanky Panky, and that was, again, a little surprise. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, does hanky panky mean sex? Because you said, all I want is a good spanky, hanky panky, don't tell me you don't like it rough, all that kind of stuff. So, I'm getting the feeling that this is a metaphor for the nasty. Correct me if I'm wrong. Seem to get these things wrong a lot, so y'all let me know if I'm wrong. But with that said, the message aside, it's a nice catchy song. It's a nice little mislead how in the beginning I thought it was going to be a slow song, but then she switched up on you, said, no, we going to, you know, all that stuff. So that was pretty cool. So a nice song. Don't know if I like it more than Sooner or Later. Sooner or Later was good. So, but this is still a good song. Still a song that I like. Don't know if I would go back to it, but it's not a song that I would skip if it came on the list. Make sense? That's the kind of song this is to me. But still surprising in a good way. So track number 3 is Hanky Panky. And now we're going to be moving on to track number 4, which is I'm Going Bananas. What? What the heck is this? What? What? Wait. Yeah, me too. So track number 4, that's the song. That's it. It's only a minute and a half, essentially. I'm Going Bananas, track number 4. I don't know what to say because it just went by so fast. Like, pop, you know what I mean? Like, 1 second I'm listening to jazz, and then the next second she talk about, Dr. Alonzo says I'm going bananas. Like, what in the world? I'm going, but I don't know the theme of this song other than that she's a little crazy. That's what I'm gonna assume. Um, it's a song that's, you know what, I feel like this song is a little funny, and I feel like that's the intention. That's all I have to say. Like, I don't have really too much opinions about it just because it went by so fast. And I know how soundtracks sometimes they be having really short songs just because it's like it's fit for a scene or something like that. So like, there's nothing wrong with the length. It's just that, you know what? Track number 4 was "I'm Going Bananas." Track number 5 is "Cry Baby." What? Let's just go on to the next song. Lord have mercy.
Hurt someone helpless. It's like step on a little bug. He really going cry, baby.
I think I'm going bananas again.
No kidding. Oh dear, my guy is just cry, baby.
That was number 5, "Cry Baby." Maybe I'm acting like a crybaby. I don't. You know what? I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's not that the song itself it's bad. I'm gonna tell y'all a little fact about me. Oh, I forgot. I got classmates watching this video. I don't care. I'm not the biggest musical person. I'm not the biggest fan of musicals. Not because like musicals like, oh, they suck. It's just that I just don't connect with them as much. And this is very clearly something meant to be for that musical kind of setting. With the dialogue in there, la 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 la, and then that piano, duh 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 duh. You hear that a lot in musicals. I've been to musicals. I've seen it. So this is very much a musical song, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it's just not a genre for me. It's just not. But I will give some credit. And I meant to say this about the last song, even though the last song was kind of I was iffy on, even though I don't really know what to say. These last two songs, this song and "I'm Going Bananas" is proof that Madonna does have range in terms of singing, not like necessarily like vocal wise, but like the styles that she can sing, musicals, jazz, that Mexican persuasion that I tell you about. I like saying persuasion. That's just me. Pop, slow espionage kind of thing. There's a lot of sounds going on here, which I like. I like a variety of genres in one album. So I am gonna give Madonna credit for doing that on this here soundtrack album. But yeah, it's a musical song and it's just not for me. It's just not. And I'm look, y'all know me. I don't fake. I don't fake my reaction. This is just how I feel. Maybe if I were to listen to this again, no, not this song. But you know what? I'm not gonna explain myself. Track number 5 was "Cry Baby." And if I'm acting like a crybaby, then so be it. Um, Going on to track number 6. What's the name of this? "Something to Remember." So let's get started.
I let people by say that happiness. I was not your friend. I hear you still.
This song will make you fall asleep. Like it's relaxing. That's the best. Whew, this is pure insomnia. This song is long.
I hear you.
Okay, this part is nice. This part is nice. That was good. The last bit, but not the rest. All right. Track number 6, I believe. 5, 6, 7. I think I'm sure it's 6. "Something to Remember," and that is not something I'm gonna remember. Do you remember the time I listened to "Something to Remember"? Cause I don't. I ain't gonna remember this. I'm sorry. Look, I'm not connecting with this. That maybe the way others are. It's just I'm just not feeling it. I don't know what's going on. This made me sleepy. This made me like tired. And at first I tried to be like, hey, maybe it's just relaxing. That's okay. But no, I just don't like the song. Maybe I need to listen to it again at some point. See, but it's made me tired. and I full of energy before this video started, so it ain't me. So I don't know what went wrong, but I'm not connecting with this. Maybe because I know other people may connect with this album. I'm not feeling that yet, at least on this initial listen. So y'all, yeah, y'all gonna have to. Yeah, sorry. That's it. That's really it, y'all. Oh my gosh, I feel like this song genuinely just drained me a little bit. Ah, I don't like the song. It's crazy. All right, track number 6, seventh. I gave a talk. Oh, I will give credit. Song, the last bit of the song was good. That's what I should also say. The last bit of the song with just the jazz music, nothing else, solid. Love it. Really great. Moving on. Okay, let's wake up. Wake up. Track number 7, Back in Business. Let's go. Hey, saxophone on it?
If you thought it was over,
Hey, there we go, there we go.
you're my first witness.
Hey, the soul, wee.
I'm gonna show you just when I
Y'all hear that bounce? It get quiet, then it get loud. I hate that. Oh, I love that saxophone. That sounds really good.
wanna get my way. He's back in my own mind. Back in style.
These background vocals sound so unique. Hey, I'm digging this saxophone jazz. I'm digging this solo, y'all. Jeez, I've been waiting all this time for something good. Track number 7, Back in Business, finally. Whew, I feel like these past few songs just took me out, but this one, finally, we're back. This is what I'm talking about. Back in business. We back in business. Whew. All right, this is a good song. It sounds great. Very classical, 50s sounding music. He's back. No, I'm sorry. Wait. He's back in business now. Like, that's very 50s Hollywood. Like, I like that. I do like that this album so far, as much as some songs I don't like, it's keeping that strong thematic theme of this 50s Hollywood, 40s Hollywood kind of sound, which I really, really rock with. But yeah, this is a fun song that I'll go back to. This one is really good. This one is really good. Finally, woke me up from dang on with something to remember. That's something to remember. So track number 7 is Back in Business, and now we're moving on to track number 8. Yeah, track number 8, which is More. All right, let's see what this sounds like. Oh, hell no.
Went by and now I get plenty of plenty. Who could ask for anything more? Well, let me. Got a guy I adore. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I just hate.
Hey.
More is better than nothing. More, much more.
This is such a jazzy musical song.
On each possession, except once you have it, there's one thing more.
It was more. I wish it was less. That was track number 7, 8, something like that. It's not that it's a bad song. It just lost me at the end because I feel like it was going on for a little too long for me. But it's still a nice, little, decent song. I want more. I got my diamonds, I got my rings, yeah, more. Yeah, it's just less. I want less. So we're gonna be moving on to another track number. What are we on at this point? 9, 10, 12, 11, 10, 9. Okay, 9. Track number 9. The next song is simply called "What Can You Lose." Oh, that piano.
And just wants to go on.
Who is this?
Well, if she does,
What if she had to choose?
That is track number 9. What Can You Lose? And I think this is proof that I'm just not a musical person. This song was 2 minutes long, and I still was like, eh. It's definitely not the worst on the album, I tell you what. Like, the dude's voice is good, and when they sing together, they sound nice, but, you know, a little too much to lose. It's a little cute. It's like a little. It's like, you know, you got your small fry, you know. They don't fill you up, but you know, you got, you know, a little small fry, you know, do the job. Ain't no medium, ain't no large, ain't no McDouble, ain't no double stack, ain't no Whopper. You know, your little small fry. So now I'm moving on to track number 10, a song called Now I'm Following You, Part 1. I paused this previous song way too early.
Might be falling on
There he goes again. Who is this dude?
unlikely as it is to me. Dance floor.
Hey, I like how she went from you and then he cued in there. Tap dancing. Well, that's track number 10. Now I'm Following You, Part 1. And not, it's good, it's decent. Again, these quick songs, you can tell like they're 4 scenes. So like this is a musical album. I feel like, you know what? I'll say it like this. This album is automatically going to be better if you watch the movie, probably. Because when you actually see them acting to it and dancing to it, then you'll probably be like, ah, that's the vision. You know, it's hard to listen to a musical album, which I don't even know that's really what this was. But yeah, this again, this is just proving I'm just not a big musical guy. I mean, this is a nice, cute little song. It's just I'm not a musical guy. I'm really not. So I don't have too much to say about it. The dude sounds nice. So does Madonna. But that's really it. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I really am. I want to connect with the album. It's just not. You know what I mean. All right, so track number 11. Let's go to track number 11. Now I'm Following You, Part 2. Where was this?
I'll tell you.
So this is part of the movie. Hey!
What about Dick Tracy?
What about Dick Tracy?
My bottom hurts just thinking about
Oh my gosh, Madonna, you freaky heifer. Wait a minute. Track number, where was this at? Track number 11, Now I'm Following You, Part 2. This is obviously the best one so far. And you know what I like? She incorporated elements of the other songs, like the Would You Knock It Off Please, Thank You. I didn't like that song, but incorporating it here, that was nice. You know, the little vocal, the jazzy kind of musical vocal elements being, I like that. This is like a culmination of all the jazz and the musical elements being brought together to that modern, at least contemporary Madonna sound. Lovely. This was lovely. And a song that I very much enjoy. Vogue is next! Oh, we finna have a good time. Oh, this is, you know what? Oh, I'm finna have a good time now. See, there we go. You're gonna wait till the end of the album to give me something this good. Track number 11, Now I'm Following You, Part 2, was awesome. But now we finna go into the last song. Now look here. You know what the song is. She know what the song is. They know what the song is. I know what the song is. Everybody knows the song. I don't care if you straight, black, you know, gay, woman. I don't care what you is. You know the song. And you love the song. It's just that simple. Track number 12, the last album. Let's have a good time. Let's finish this out strong with one of the best pop songs of all time. Vogue.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Strike the pose. Don't pay no breath that you know.
Sing it, Madonna! Oh, I love the song so much.
Ladies, we find it. Marlon Brando, Jimmy Dean, Ginger Rogers, dance on air. Betty Davis, we love you. Strike a pose, there's nothing to it. Vogue.
Yes! Whew. That's how you end an album right there. Track number 12 is Vogue, and just it's just wonderful. It's just such a good song. It's so iconic. All the names being put up there. The Shep Pettibone, him producing. This is just a wonderful song, and it's just so great. And when I look at the rest of the album, Vogue being, it makes sense because like Vogue and like all the magazine, all that stuff, these stars, with this album being such a 50s Hollywood sounding musical kind of thing, it makes sense for this to be on this album, but it does sound so very different than the rest of the album. Even now that I'm following you part 2, there were still some elements of the whole album, but this one is Vogue is completely different. So it just puts into perspective why this song was put on this album. Because at first I remember thinking, why is like the first couple of songs, I was like, why is Vogue on here? Then the more I listened to it, the songs, the more I was like, oh, okay. Like in the back of my mind, I was like, this makes sense. So great song, very iconic, obviously, and I can't wait to see her perform it on the Blonde Ambition tour. Just straight up, I cannot wait to see what that looks like. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And I don't really have too much to say because I know the song. I love the song. I know it word for word, clearly. So, just iconic song, and I love it very much. So track number 12 is Vogue. And ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this video. That is my reaction to Madonna's I'm Breathless soundtrack album, 1990. And I don't want to let the last two songs distract me from the fact that I don't know how I feel about this album. let me try and form my thoughts here properly. Last two songs go hard. A couple other songs on the album is good, but the rest to me is just, you know what I mean? Like Back in Business is a good song, and I don't remember the names of the other ones. Obviously now I'm following you part 2 in Vogue, but I don't know the names of the other ones. But I'm sure there was another one that I liked. I don't remember. But the point is that this album to me is just, as a whole, it just, you know, you would do that. To me, this album is just, it's not necessarily that it's a bad album, that I think Madonna did bad or that the production team did bad. Matter of fact, the production is awesome on this album. This might be my favorite production of an album, but it's not something I connect with because this is obviously, because this is a soundtrack album for a movie. I'm assuming that the movie itself is some sort of a musical based on something in the 40s and 50s, and it's a musical, and I'm not a big fan of musicals, and so a lot of the songs were obviously musical songs or songs with musical elements in it, and I wasn't connecting with it, so it did not work for me as a whole. Again, there's a couple of songs in here that I really like. Vogue is just perfect. But now I'm following you part 2, Back in Business, and I'm sure there's another one in there that I liked. I just don't remember the name. But other than that, it's just not an album that I would imagine going back to. Obviously, I'm going back to Vogue. I will go back to Now I'm Following You part 2 and the other songs, but it's just not, as a whole, I'm not connecting with it right now. And I know there's a couple of songs in here that I know I won't connect to. Something to Remember, I don't like that song. I don't. And so, yeah, I don't know if this is one of those albums for me that might take time to appreciate it. Because I already do appreciate it. Because I know what this album is. I know what it's going for. It's just not for me. I don't think I'm the demographic for this album. And that's okay. Like, this is not a disappointing album. Like, is that clear? This is not an album that disappoints me. It's not something where I'm like, ugh, Madonna, do better. It's just like, you had an intention. You clearly had some creative vision here. And you went for it. And you did accomplish it. I'm just not in that audience for that. It's just not for me. So, I'm not going to hold my breath for I'm Breathless. So, that is that. With that being said, folks, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget, you can see my fully unedited reaction of this video and many others on my Patreon. The link will be in the description down below. You folks be sure to have a good night and day. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, take care.